Hi. Are we recording? Are you
Yes.
recording? Okay.
The blinking red light means we're recording.
Okay, well, it made a bing. I didn't know. Welcome to the very first HisLookHerLook review.
Thing.
We're working on it. It's a work in progress. Obviously, as demonstrated by the horrible lighting.
And the horrible, crappy webcam.
Don't worry. It'll get fixed. So, HisLookHerLook. Let's explain a little bit about ourselves. We came up with this idea because we figured it was a corner of the gaming market that wasn't getting hit. It's something that you don't see, and we thought, well, why isn't that the case? Of course, we're talking about gaming reviews for couples by a couple. We have been dating for over 3 years now. 3 years and 2 months this 22nd of whatever month we're in. August. That one. 3 years and 2 months. It's been a long ride. And I mean that in the best way possible, not like a long ride as in wow, what a slog. Don't be mean. People are going to see this on the internet, and they're already mean enough. So, right. So game reviews for couples as a couple, thinking, what about those times when your significant other, your spouse, is really interested in one particular game or something, they've really been wanting to play it all week, and you don't really have any interest in it. Things that you'll be seeing on this channel like Metal Gear Solid 5, Phantom Pain, things that you'll be seeing like Fallout 4. Also discussing things about getting your significant other or spouse into a new type of gaming genre, into a new type of gaming that they wouldn't normally do. Now, further on down the line, we're going to have things where she plays more modern games that she hasn't played, such as Fallout 4 and stuff like that. And I'm going to be playing the older school generation of games and stuff that I haven't played because I just kind of surpassed that. I'm 26, she's 26, I'm 25, she's 25. I'm thinking ahead this year.
No, you're 25, I'm 26.
Only for 5 months. Born in May, born in October, 1990. So, we thought, why not illustrate our love of gaming, something we both enjoy thoroughly, with you guys, and help you guys kind of figure out where you might sit on that spectrum of gaming as a couple, whether it be something you're really interested in doing, something that, oh, he just plays that one game on the weekend, I just let him have his man time, it's whatever, and kind of incorporating that into your life as something you can share. So, our first game today that we're reviewing, our only game today that we're reviewing, but our first game that we're ever reviewing, actually, is Lego The Hobbit. This is, of course, if you don't know it, this is a cross-platform game that was done on, I want to say, PS3, PS4, Wii U, Xbox, like many of the other Lego games. It's cross-platform, many different variants, and like many of the other Lego games, it's okay. It's not awful. It's not amazing. It's like a solid 5.
I'm gonna stop you there. It's missing a third of the game.
Yes, that's actually true. This game covers only the first 2 Hobbit movies. The third Hobbit movie was a planned DLC release, but for whatever reason, the studio decided to scrap it, not include it with the game, or maybe they just didn't sell enough copies of this game, because let's be honest, there's been many Lego game. All of them with about middling quality. Because for some reason, and we'll get to this in a second, bugs! Why should we fix bugs in a game? It's fine. They'll just reset it. They won't care. It's great. Don't worry about it. It's fine. No. Bugs cause couples to fight. Bugs piss off people. Bugs take a fun, enjoyable experience that you might be familiar with the scenario or the characters or the theme and make you want to shove things up characters' Lego holes.
Bugs make the sound go.
Yeah.
That is not an exaggeration.
No. Many points in this game, when we were playing it, the sound would catch on itself, would cut out entirely, would like repetitive sound effects that you hear normally in the game when you do certain things would just keep playing over and over, cut into itself. It was awful.
Yes.
So we're going to go around the list. We're going to give each other opinions. I'm going to go first, and then she'll go, and then we'll kind of compare at the end. This is what I had
Okay.
for it. All right, these are my likes and my dislikes. Likes. All right, let's start positive. Let's do a little compliment sandwich here. Do the good, the things that could be improved, and then the good. Round it out with something that doesn't make the company feel like I'm trying to shove Lego bricks down their throat.
Good. The levels were actually kind of decent.
They were representative of the scenes in the first two movies. They actually did that very well. They, as per usual Lego game, they messed with some things here or there for humor, but it wasn't bad. It was good. It was funny. It made you feel included and gave you things that you could laugh at if you didn't necessarily know the movies or series that entirely well. You could still have fun while not knowing the source material 100% dedicated like we do, because we're nerds.
And of course, like all Lego games, it made it to where certain levels that in the movie may have only been one character doing it, to where it was two people.
Which makes sense, because you're playing with two people if you're playing this not
Yeah.
by yourself. And even if you are playing it by yourself, you have an AI person there with you.
Yeah.
Which is fun. So, that was good. Collecting things, and when you get to the middle of the game and towards the end of the game, it becomes this very satisfying, experience, because you're racking up the studs, which is the money you collect in the game. You're doing all these things, so because the way they've structured this game is it's more of an open world.
Mm-hmm.
You have a hub that you go to all the different levels from, but it's more of an open world now. It's not just kind of like a hub. So you can go to these places, collect resources, which like carrots, boards, leather, rope, stuff like that. You take those, and in level, or even in the hub, you go to these stations where you can build things for people and get your mithril bricks, which is like the gold bricks from the other Lego games.
Yeah.
That being said, collecting resources is fun to a point.
Sort of.
Well, so there are levels where you can collect these resources abundantly, and there are levels where you can't. And then you find out towards the end of the game, and this isn't really spoiling anything, because it's kind of obvious once you've beaten the game.
There's a vending machine, guys. You can buy the stuff.
There's a vending machine. And no, we're not talking microtransactions, which is probably something we'll cover in a whole other video.
Ew.
But vending machine, which takes the studs, which is the in-game currency, and you put money in, and it spits out resources. Which is great. Unless you don't know about it, and you spend 3/4 of your time running around to each individual level or each area in the hub world trying to collect the resources that you so desperately need to build this next mithril item, which people are collecting. Now, the mithril items, you have to find the schematics for, and those are in every single level. Once you get those, you can head to a blacksmith in Bree in the hub world. Now, this is really cool, actually, because the hub world is representative of almost the entirety of Middle-earth, which is really neat. And they do this in the Lego Lord of the Rings and other things like that, too, but it's more the Hobbit locations in this game. So you go to this blacksmith, and you trade in your resources or whatever, and you play a little forging minigame, which is kind of like Dance Dance Revolution. You have to hit the button when it hits the right center of the thing, And you get your item, and then you take that item, and you take it to an NPC in the hub world, and they're like, yes, that's exactly what I was looking for. Here, have this red brick. The only problem with that is when you're trying to fly from one little town to another, because that's how fast travel works in this game. You go to a location, the eagle picks you up and flies you there and drops you off, whatever. So if you're trying to fly and someone activates a quest, the text block of the quest cuts off the flying. You can be interrupted trying to do things while trying to play this game together. You think, oh, let's split up. We'll tackle things individually. We'll get things done even faster. No, you won't. I mean, you can, sure, if you coordinate and communicate very, very well. If you don't, you will be trampling all over each other with cutscene cuts, with quest cuts, with text box cuts, and that gets a little annoying.
And then the game glitches, and one of your characters is stuck all the way over in this area, and the other person is over here.
We had several instances where we were trying to do quests together, and I would say, okay, let's go over here, let's do this, and I said, well, let me finish this first, and I accidentally activated a thing that activated a quest that needed both of us there for some reason. There wasn't a restrictor on that. So I would activate the quest, and she, being on way the other side of the map, would teleport to me and then not be able to move, not be able to access the pause screen, not be able to access anything, and I would turn around and I would see her character with a little green line, because in multiplayer, one of you is blue, one of you is green. It's how you differentiate, there's the little rings around your characters. And I would look, and it would just be little character holding on to green or blue with just a line. Just holding onto a line that led back to wherever they were on the map. And I'm talking like we've had long lines. And it's funny to look at, but it's annoying when it happens a couple times. Because you're trying to do a quest, and all of a sudden, oh, I can't move. I can't pause the game and drop out and try and fix this. I'm just gonna...
Oh, no. It let me at least drop out.
You did?
So for a while there, he just ran around in circles doing stuff while my character just kind of scooted along attached to the line halfway across the map.
Until it could finally... the game could recognize and dislodge it and pop it beside me.
Yeah, and then I could come back in.
So, that needs to be worked on. But what can I say? It's a Lego game. I give it a 5, maybe a 6, if I'm feeling generous. It's fun if you communicate and you coordinate and things go well, until you get to that mid-end game content point where the game starts trying to keep track of everything. And I'm not certain if this is a Traveler's Tale formula, like algorithm issue that they have in their coding. I'm not sure what it's tied to, but it seems like almost every Lego game we've played, and this is no exception, when you get to that mid-end game point and the game's trying to remember everything that you have so you can unlock the final stuff, it starts to glitch out like crazy.
Somewhere between 70 and 80% done.
Like, it just is like, I can't do it, I don't have the processing power. And this is nothing on the Wii U system. We have Pikmin 3, we have other strenuous games, and the Wii U keeps up fine. It's something in the Traveler's Tales Lego games, because it happens to every single Lego game we played. I don't think we've ever 100%ed a Lego game. Maybe once.
We did the Batman ones, but those were on PlayStation.
Okay. But the issue with that is, if you play on PlayStation or any other console that doesn't have the wonderful Wii U dual game screen of awesomeness, is when you play on those systems, you have the diagonal line curse.
Yes.
And the diagonal line curse means when you play multiplayer, the line that normally separates horizontally, down the middle,
I'm up here,
splits. And if you go farther away from each other, it splits. And then it's really hard to keep track of each other because it moves constantly. It does, it's awful.
If you think camera was already bad in it, it's worse when you're trying to split screen and it's not the locked screen.
For sure. And with this, we don't have to. And I will actually show you guys this because this is proof that we got as far as we could. We have over 7 billion studs. We have like 94.7% of the game complete. We have 95 out of 98 characters, 32 out of 32 schematics, 27 out of 32 red bricks, 214 out of 250 mithril bricks. Okay, that's almost all the gold bricks. We have all the mini kits, all the all the studs in a level type thing, which in this one is called Master Burglar, which is a nice little reference to the movie. It's cute.
Yeah.
But we pushed ourselves this week trying to get this done for you guys so that we could have the game fully beat and have no exclusions, talk about everything. We can't. Every time we try and do it, we'll start up a level and it'll freeze the game or glitch the system. We've had to restart our Wii U at least 3 times this week trying to finish this game because it glitches so much.
We already had to restart it once today almost.
Yeah, true facts. We were trying to finish some small stuff and so it's fun. It's fun to play. Don't count on it for a long haul game. And if you're playing by yourself, I'm not certain that you would necessarily 100% of the time have the issues we're having. I think a lot of that might also be multiplayer related, because on top of trying to keep track of what you have, it's having to do that twice now, because you're having 2 people, which I think is, that's fair to say. But I have to say this, man. Please, Traveler's Tale, fix your algorithm. Do something. We love your games. We love what you do with the humor. We love watching the characters that we know and we love mess around in these worlds, and we love having free reign of these characters. I like being able to play as Iron Man and she could play as Spider-Man or whatever when we played the Marvel one. It's so much fun. Just fix your algorithm so that we can finish them. We're what you call trophy hunters. We like getting all the trophies. We like getting all the achievements. And yeah, it's weird that we're playing this on the Wii U and the Wii U has no real achievement system or trophy system, but giving up the diagonal line from heck is worth that.
Yeah.
It really is, because I don't think you understand just how annoying it is when you're trying to do a quest that involves both of you, and you're trying to figure out positioning, and all of a sudden, halfway through, the line just starts doing that like crazy. It's annoying. It's annoying.
Or worse, you get just a little bit too far away from each other, and it suddenly springs up.
Yeah. Like, it's a thing. So, in the end, my summation, 5, 5.5, 6 on a good day if I'm feeling generous and I'm having fun with it and it's not really crapping on me. It's not bad. But please, Traveler's Tale, fix your algorithm. Let us finish these games. Is there anything else you have to say?
I second on the 5 out of 10. But I'll give it a 5.5 because some of the little missions were kind of cute. There was one where you literally have to dress up the stone trolls.
Yeah.
And it was really, really cute.
One of them gets a top hat or something. It's really, like, right in their line of humor. They, like, nail the punchlines. It's really good. But yeah, that's all I have to say. You good?
I mean, there's not much more to say. It's a Lego game. If you've played one, you've pretty much played them all. If you know the Hobbit story, then take out the last third of it and you got the game.
Which I'm still, like, I don't know why they thought that doing that as DLC would have been a good idea.
I'm just upset.
It all in one thing.
And I'm just upset that I don't get my giant dragon battle.
Yeah. Yeah, that would have been really nice.
Or battle on a moose. Come on.
That's true. Big old dwarf elf battle.
Yes.
That would have been cool too. Anyway, that is us for this episode of HisLookHerLook. We did Lego Hobbit. Next week, well, technically, as you're seeing this is our first review, so please like and subscribe, and continue to support us, please. But if we get enough likes and subscribes, and hopefully we can keep this doing. I mean, to be fair, we're doing this for our own fun sake, so do the right thing. But at the same time, I hope you enjoy it.
And always remember, please don't be a dick in the comments.
Yeah, well, that's the internet, but try not to. Restrain your inner dick. Anyway.
These are for children.
Yes. Well, next week.
Some of them.
Next week, we are tackling a entirely different monster. Ha! That's a good pun. We will be playing Until Dawn on the PS4, switching systems, games, genres entirely. And next week we're going to cover more of an aspect of what's it like to watch someone play a game rather than actively playing alongside them.
Yes.
So, for now, HisLookHerLook, hoping to enjoy this review, and hopefully we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.